Hi guys! Making egg rolls. So I just wanted to show you guys a little bit of what I use. This is some ground pork that I seasoned with some roasted garlic, rice wine vinegar, some soy sauce, some chili garlic sauce, and I've got an egg roll wrapper. Got some eggs, some green onion. I got some rice getting ready to go in here. And I'm going to put all of this together. Hope everybody had a good day today. Oh, also, I bought some cold saw mix. I can't find it on. That's going to be part of our egg rolls. Now, we're going to ground this all up until it gets nice and tasty. So, we're going to keep on grounding this up. Why did this go off? I think my skillet just broke. No lie. Oh my god. My skillet just broke, you guys. Oh no.
She said she's keeping it raw.
Okay, it came back on. Whew. So I'm gonna make some.
I am.
Right? Oh, the girls are fighting in my video. I'm gonna make some kind of Chinese rice. I really don't know how to make Chinese rice, so I kind of fake it and I just do some egg and green onion. I don't like a lot of the other stuff in it anyways, so everybody's mad at me right now because I'm gonna rinse these. Everybody's mad at me because I'm making Rain and her family egg rolls, and everybody here said no. They didn't want egg rolls.
You didn't ask us.
Dad said no. He wanted something else for dinner. So I just got the stuff to make Rain and family egg rolls. Now everybody's mad at me because everybody in this house wanted egg rolls. I asked Jason, do you want egg rolls for dinner? He said, eh. So I said, okay, I guess we'll just do something else for dinner. Now they all decided that they wanted egg rolls. There's Charlie. So, I don't know. Anyways, I cut up this green onion. I cut up about 2. I'm going to put it in a saucepan over here. And it looks like our meat is ready to add in our coleslaw mix. So we're just going to open it up. And for one batch of egg rolls, which I believe is 20, I add 2 pounds of pork and 1 bag of the smaller coleslaw mix. And I just add it to the meat. And basically what I'm doing is I'm just letting the meat get warm. I mean the coleslaw mix get warm with the meat here.
Do you want me to film you?
And once it's all warm, I just usually add another, I want to say maybe tablespoon of soy sauce. So at the beginning, when you add this to your meat, you're going to put about a tablespoon of the vinegar, about a tablespoon of the soy sauce, and a half of a tablespoon of this garlic chili. You don't have to use this, but sometimes I used to use it to spice it up a little. But these two are a must. I like to get the one that has roasted garlic just because it puts a little flavor into it. So this is going, I'm going to add a little bit more soy sauce to the mixer just so it gives it a little kick here. And I don't let it go until it's super soggy. I just let it go until, you know, your cabbage mixture is warmed up. Then I turn it off. And then we're going to come over here. The water is boiling for the rice. So I'm going to go ahead and put that in there. Give it a good stir. And I'm going to cover it. I'm going to lower my flame. And then for that, I'm going to use 2 eggs. Yeah, use 2 eggs is good for this. I'm going to crack my eggs in here. And this part might seem a little weird, but for flavor for the egg mixture, what I do is add just a little soy sauce to it. Just a tad, not very much. And I'm going to scramble it up. Add a little water to that. I'm going to start my green onions over here. I'm having so much technical difficulty with my stuff. And basically all you're going to do is scramble the egg and the onion together for like a scrambled egg mixture. And that's going to go into your rice. So the next part of the video, we're going to be wrapping the egg rolls. Okay guys, so now we're going to stuff our egg rolls. I already did a couple of them here. And so you're just going to take some of your mixture that you made with your pork and your coleslaw mix here. And you're going to just stuff it however full you want. I usually do them pretty full, but I don't think I'm going to go that full tonight. So you're just going to wrap it kind of like you would just a burrito here. Over. And I made this little paste. All it is some flour and some water. And I just stick it on the ends right here because that allows it to hold together when we're frying them. Instead of, if we don't do that, then it will just balloon up and you'll lose all your filling and everything, and that's a pain in the butt. So you are just going to repeat this process just with one. I like to lay it at an angle. And what I just take my scoop here, my mixture, put it right there at the angle like you would, you're making a burrito, like I said. Put as much mixture as you want. Bring it in like this, over, tuck it back over here, and then you're going to have this much left over. So that's what you're going to take your paste, and you're going to paste it just on the edges there. You're going to tuck it back in a little and then push it back over so it ends up looking like this. It doesn't have to look beautiful. We're going to fry them, so again, you can do it with as little or as much filling as you like. Some of these, I've noticed that most of my egg rolls are kind of inconsistent. They're not all the same size ever. I don't know why I do that, but I've noticed that if I make them more like a mid, it's so much better. Don't overstuff, because once you overstuff your egg rolls, then they tend to rip. And if you've got a bunch of ripped egg rolls, that's not fun when it comes to frying your egg rolls. I actually, to make these egg rolls, they're pretty cheap actually. What the cost is if you have to rebuy all the ingredients, but I always keep stuff on hand. I forgot to tell you at the beginning of this video, along with the rice vinegar and the soy sauce, I do put a couple sprinkles of ginger. I buy fresh ginger for this too, but I've noticed that lately when I've used the fresh ginger, it tends to leave a really bad aftertaste in your mouth. So I switched over to the powdered ginger because I realized that that was so much better. I don't know why it's such a big difference, but the aftertaste for the real ginger is just too much for me. I can taste it almost all day long, and I don't like that taste all day. This can get kind of time consuming just because it does take a lot to roll them. That's why I like to make them. I just don't like how much time it usually takes me to make them. And I had promised Rain I would bring all these over there about 4, and I don't think I'm going to make it by 4 to take all these over there. Being that it's 3:50 and we haven't even fried them. So sorry, Rain, but it's taking a lot of time. So that is all it goes into making the egg rolls. Now I'll come back with another part and it'll be just frying them up. All you're going to use is some, actually you can use whatever oil you want, but I have noticed, let me give you a tip. If you like to use vegetable oil, I would recommend using a half and half. Half vegetable oil, half olive oil. I'm sorry, if you like to use olive oil. Because I noticed that when I just use the olive oil, it doesn't fry them up quick enough. And it kind of has them just sitting in the oil, and then that becomes kind of soggy. So they're really not that good if you do that. So I did try last time half olive oil, half vegetable oil, and I did see that it would made a lot crispier of a egg roll. It did a lot better. So this time all I have is just the regular vegetable oil, so I'm just going to do that. It's whatever you prefer, actually. It's not even one or the other. My tip would be, if you'd like using olive oil, just go ahead and just half and half it instead of just using the olive oil. So I will see you guys in a minute, and we're going to fry these up and be done. Alright guys, this is the frying part of our egg rolls. I got a little water accidentally on my oil, so that's what the snap, crackle, poppin' is all about. That's okay, it'll work itself out. Hannah thought that was funny. So basically, we're just going to put our oil in our, whatever you decide to use, skillet, pan, whatever you prefer. I like to use these tongs to flip them when they're ready to a nice golden brown. Now you have to be very careful this part because these egg roll wrappers are very thin. And you don't want to cook them too hot. I have my skillet on 300, but I'm going to actually kick it back down to 250 because I feel like that's a little hot. So we have them all prepared here. Look at how pretty they turned out. And sometimes your filling can be a little juicy. So I'm going to give you another tip. If you find that it's a little too juicy, take a paper towel and you're going to just dab it. Just dab it dry like this. And you see some of the juice came out here. Stab it, and then you're good to go. You're going to want to really keep an eye on these here where you're frying them. because you don't want to overdo it, but you don't want to underdo it either. So this would be one that's underdone. This is not ready. Just, it's too gummy, it's not toasty enough. So you gotta just make sure you're flipping them and make sure that all sides are getting toasty like they need to be. I love that word, toasty. Toasty. And this is another little time consuming part. It does, because you don't want to do it too high, you don't want to do too low, so you need to make sure that you are kind of babying these. Now just when you feel like they're ready enough, which I feel like this one might be good, you're just going to put it on a plate that's lined with paper towels just to get that excess grease off. And you're going to want to flip every couple of, I would say every minute. I like to flip these because they cook so fast. And I want to get the same color on both sides, which is pretty hard to do. See this side here? This side here, I mean this side's a little darker, but I try. So just with my hands here, which I have washed, you don't want to overcrowd your pan, because if you overcrowd your pan, then it's not going to go good. It's going to cool off your oil too much, and then it's just going to be a mess. So what I'm doing here is I'm just sticking them in the middle, because I noticed that, and they will stick. If they're not ready, they will stick. So see here, I'm kind of having to barely nudge them because they weren't ready yet to flip, so they will stick. So if you notice they're sticking, that means leave them alone for a little bit. They are definitely not ready to be flipped. I'm going to just, this is a good idea if you're going to transport egg rolls. I bought a couple of these at the dollar store. I love these. And always line your pan first with paper towels for egg rolls, just because of that excess grease on there. I'm going to line it just like this. I'm going to set it to the side. I'm going to flip these because see, I'm over here messing around. And look at that's just how fast they go. I'm going to turn this down a little bit because that is just a little too dark for me. I mean, they're still going to taste fine. They won't have a burnt taste to them or anything. They just get dark fast, so you just have to be careful with them. So with my lined pan, these have already drained some of the grease. I'm going to go ahead and just line them up here for transport. So helpful to have your pan lined like that. These look like they've been through quite a bit. I'm going to go ahead and take these off. I did kick my grease down quite a bit. Like I said, it doesn't change the flavor. This one feels a little wet to me, so I'm going to just dab it. Okay, we're going to have to watch this batch because now my oil is heated up pretty good. So I'm just going to do 3 in this one because it seems like they are cooking very fast. And I have my oil only on 225. So I'm just going to fix that. And I think we're going to wrap it up because that's pretty much all. You're just going to lightly toast them till they get this really pretty color. And I'm going to finish up here. I'm going to put the lid on. I did make some rice. Would you like to come over here, Heather? I made, and just for the rice, like I told you guys, all I did was scramble an egg with some green pepper in it. I had actually went ahead and added some more. I'm going to put that green pepper in to the rice. And just fluff it all up there. You guys see that pretty rice? Let me get a fork actually to fluff this. Go ahead and fluff it with your fork. And I had added just like a teaspoon of soy sauce to this. You can add more if you want. And that's the rice. I'm going to dump it in the serving pan that I have. And that is it. I hope you guys all enjoyed this video. I hope it helped. I hope you guys like it, girls. If you don't, comment on something else you would like me to make. Just let me know. I like this recipe. I mean, it's time consuming, but it's easy. So I will see you guys next time. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you later. Bye.